touchdown. Luke is back out to kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's a man from Virginia Tech, Facial Tootin. And he gets this up close to the 40. That is Nnamdi Madubuike there to bring him down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Right back to Tootin. And he'll look for somewhere to go, but the lanes are all closed up. He's going to wind up losing a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And he's close to the 1st down, but still a couple of yards short. So that's going to bring up 4th down.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Lawrence to throw for it on 4th down. That is caught by Washington, and he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down. Lawrence going to give it to Tootin, and he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Tackled there by Trenton Simpson.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12.
So after one, it's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins, as they've got it with 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. Flushed to his right. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. Run over center now with Tootin. And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
Tackle by Trenton Simpson. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 14-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Another run here with Tootin. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
2nd and 2. You're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss of 2, and now you find yourself on 3rd down.
Lawrence now to the goal line and in. Brenton Stray. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Jaguars come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. play action. Here's Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On the option, they give it to Henry. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, Jackson. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
Zay Flowers, the man he was looking for. It's second down.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws. And that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own. Well, the crowd called for it, the sideline called for it, the entire field called for it, but over on that visiting sideline, you got a coach saying, hey, man, we got to call this thing both ways. We've seen contact like this all game.
On first and 10, Jackson on the run to the right. Now he'll run it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
It's a gain of
They'll have a first
yards.
down. It's a gain of 28.
Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Jackson looking to throw. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. Josh Hines Allen in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9. Jackson now on second down. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews.
It's actually a really nice job there on second down, putting this into a third and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that first down sack. So often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
On third down, Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. On is Luke to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14. Jaguars 7. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
A first down throw for Lawrence. Bit of a wild throw there behind his man, thus it's incomplete.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success on third down.
And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
Lawrence throwing on fourth down. He'll find his tight end. It's Strange. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down on a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on fourth down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and we're going to keep this drive alive.
Second and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And he's got the first down. Well done there as they pick up a 4th and 5.
First down, Jaguars.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's complete to his running back, Facial Shooting. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Jacksonville. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars are back within 4 at 14 to 10. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll fake it to Tootin. Now it's Lawrence. He keeps it himself. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Up the middle, here is Tootin. And the woes in the running game continue. We're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. 3rd and 5.
Third down.
Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. They get 15 on that game. That's good for a Jaguars first down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Lawrence. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Momentum building here. On this drive, they go again. First and 10.
Jaguars.
To throw is Lawrence. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Brenton Strain was his intended target, and that will lead to a second down. Lawrence. A quick slant into the hands of Thomas. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They'll look to pick it up with Tootin. And he's going to be brought down at the 27, but that's enough. First down as they do it on the ground.
Job well done right there. 3rd and inches. You don't want to chop or step or go east and west. You're just trying to hit this thing downhill as hard as possible, run right at the defense. And he doesn't get a whole lot, but he does get the first down.
On first down, they'll go back to Tootin. Finding space at the 15. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. They get 24 on that one, and just like that, it's first and goal. Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. Tootin trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Well, this play, Mike, is clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Exiting the pocket right. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It's probably a touchdown.
From the 2-yard line yet again, what can they do on third and goal? Trying to punch it in with Tootin. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
That third down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's third down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now? So after a drive of that length, I guess you feel like you want to come away with something. But, you know, anytime you settle for a field goal, it always feels to me like for the defense, it's a win. So you put a drive like that together, it feels like you've got to punch it in for 6 and don't really give themselves the opportunity.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Fourth quarter underway, and here's Henry. And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
Second down, they need 2 yards.
And 2.
We'll try to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And no room to be found. He'll get this back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play.
Well, that second down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they are in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting third down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
He may go. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be first and goal. They've got it at the 3.
It's a gain of 60.
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Henry, and he's going to go backward, taken down at the 6.
40-yard loss on the play.
Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're second, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Off the play fake. Jackson. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
Down in here in the low red zone, Mike, these windows are just so short. The field's a lot wider than it is deep, so it really changes the scheme and the progression of the quarterback, and nowhere really to go with the ball, and falls incomplete.
Third and goal for Jackson. That is caught by the tight end, Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up one, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the fourth quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
This drive begins with a run by Chewton, and he'll get about 4 to the 29.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10? They'll drop to throw. That is caught by Washington. Oh, big hole left side. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 75 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Pivotal moment here for the Jaguars. They're going to go for 2.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2.
Back to throw. Lawrence. That's incomplete. Oh, they were going for the conversion to get this thing even. Instead, it will remain a 2-point game. A 1-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. Oh, the Jaguars get the right bounce, and they have recovered.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
They'll run it with Henry. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
2nd and 6.
They're going to go right back to Henry. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
The 40-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. That one gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Down to a knee here goes Jackson. And that should do it. So it's a win here for the Ravens. It was a game that hung in the balance much of the way, but they're able to come away with a 2-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen.
Stronger. These kind of scars go deeper than skin. Don't make a sign if I stay any longer. Been through the dark and I won't go back again. No, I won't go back again. These kind of sins always end in a reckoning. No, I won't go back again. These kind of scars go deeper than skin. Oh, I'm done setting myself on fire just so I can keep you.
At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Up next, it's our main event between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off from Acrisure. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Now second down throw for Jackson. And he will not turn this into a positive. They take him down. That's Peyton Wilson. He's going to give this offense a challenge now. They've got third and 8 coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on third down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with Sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. Now it's Lamar. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. Takes it in at the 26. And it ends up a good return for them. Up past their own 40.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set first and 10. Rodgers throwing to start it off. Has a man downfield. It's Pittman. And he's going to dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Michael Pittman Jr. going in from 58 out.
Boswell on for the point after.
Point after from Boswell. He's up and good. And that's good for a 7-0 lead.
The score, Steelers 7, Ravens nothing. First Boswell.
Now Boswell on to send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! Oh, fortunate stuff there. Looks like another one of the members of the return team was able to get it, so a friendly bounce. They'll retain possession.
You know, awareness, Kate, is one of the best skills anyone on the return team can possess. And normally it's just for hitting blocks and clearing a lane and doing their job, but there it was recognizing the fumble and locating it quickly to save the possession.
Here's Lamar. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. First play of the drive, Brock. You always tell me that's always the start of a new battle. Defense wins round one in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right? You got to now put yourself in a manageable third down after lack of execution on first.
On second down, Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And they're going to get to him. Bring him down after allowing about 13 on the play. That is good for a Baltimore first down.
Yards. And a Raven first down.
Lamar back to throw. That one's taken in by the rookie out of USC. Rolling into enemy territory. And he is finally out of bounds as he takes it all the way down to the 20. Big hitter on first down. 46 yards. That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down. Lamar off the play fake. And he will not find the connection on the other end. Incompletion sets up second down.
You know, you give your guy a chance to make a play. Those defenders, they're paid to win those battles, too. Provided plenty of contact to make sure that ball wasn't caught.
Throwing on second, Jackson. Escapes the pocket. He brings it in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Going jumbo set on this first and goal. Now it's Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he gets in. Touchdown.
Jackson on the keeper. Touchdown.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down. And he just put on a show.
That one right down the middle. Ties things at 7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. On the return, here's Rico Dowdle. Finds some space, he's past the 30. He showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Complete to DK Metcalf. He'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Offense to the line fast.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
Shotgun give now to Dowdle. And given the first down here, looks to be an even 20 on that play.
It's a gain of 20. That's another Steelers.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. They kick the running back in motion. Rodgers to throw. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Rodgers now on 2nd down. And he's going to go down here. They are on him back around the 28. Namdi Matabike. And that play brings up 3rd and 14.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Throw left side, finds Freiermuth. And they're going to be rewarded with some yardage, but not the first down. Stop has made a decent bit short of it. So 4th down upcoming.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Play clock getting close to 0. We get a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this. On 4th down, it's Rodgers. Chased out to his right. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
This is Henry to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You know by now, Kate, with this time we spend together these toss plays, the best way to defend them is to hit them before they get started. And that's exactly what the defense did.
And not going to get a snap here. We have arrived at our 2-minute warning. More from Acrisure Stadium in just a moment. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now here's Lamar. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. Down here after a gain of about 14 yards, it looks like. That's going to give them the first.
Gain of 14. 1st down, Ravens.
Looking to throw, Jackson. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Maybe it wasn't the chunk play, the explosive play that the previous catch was, but I'll tell you what this kind of reception does. It just sets the table for everybody else. I always believe in building that game from the inside.
And the Russians going to win this rep. They get to it. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
3rd and 15.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson throwing here. He's got a man, but he can't make the catch. And hit just a little too much. Breaks up that big play as 3rd down goes unanswered. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. He fields this at the 18. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. To throw, Rodgers. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. Well, that one did some damage as he's finally hauled down. A gain of about 24. First down coming up.
And the Steelers first down.
From the gun, a run for Dowdle. And a solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. A gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They motion the tight end over. Second down, it's Rodgers. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Now Rodgers on this third and short. Hauled in by Bernard, left side. Forward progress stops. Play winds up going for about 6. That's good for the first down.
That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. In motion right is Metcalf. Here's Rodgers. And he will slide down just a little bit shy of getting that first down. But able to avoid the hit. Smart play there, and it's going to set up second and 1 at most.
Brings up second and 2 at the 27-yard line.
Now here's Rodgers. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And forget the field goal, Brock. They reach the end zone to end this first half on a high note. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
It's good. So what an ending, Brock, to our opening half as they take the lead just before we step away. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Dowdle now to return it. Making some progress here. And he showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
To throw is Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Working on second down. Rodgers. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third and long for him here. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And he is down to the 30-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a gain of 30. And the Steelers first down.
Going down all on the run. And he drives that plug backward on a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Rodgers to throw, second down. And he slides in, so avoiding getting hit, and he gets the first. Well done there.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Working inside the red zone. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. And that's just a good call there. Not the type of lead or the down where you should be forcing anything. So good call there to just get rid of it.
Yeah, this is called game management, right?
Yeah.
People get this bad perception of a game manager. He's a game manager. You should be a good game manager. And make sure you throw it away if nothing is there.
This is Dowdle on second down. And he'll fire ahead for a few. It's third down.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if we see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throw here, third down. This is Metcalf working that right side. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down to the 2 on third down. They've got themselves a first and goal. Inside the final minute of our third quarter.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Dowdle. And he only manages one. A couple of defenders there to bring him down. Well, you've taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. D coordinators love to dial it up.
Looking for it with Warren. And he is into the end zone for a Pittsburgh touchdown. Jalen Warren scoring there on the 10th play of that drive. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Chris Boswell to kick off.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Returning it from the 4. Good work so far. He's got room. And he goes out of bounds to hand them excellent field position up across the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Jackson to throw it. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it off.
Wilson's pass intercepted.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. First and 10.
50-yard line.
This is Warren, headed right. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every